Power chooses the worthy. That was the slogan glowing above Tokyo like a god's voicemail message nobody could delete. It scrolled across holographic billboards, wrapped around train pylons, and pulsed on the side of government towers that never saw the inside of District 9. Power chooses the worthy. Down here, power chose whoever could afford dinner. Ren Suzuki stood in line outside the Tokyo government ranking facility with 50 other 16-year-olds and a stomach that had learned how to shut up. He was 6'3", all muscle carved by hunger and violence, white hair like a mistake in a world that punished mistakes. Hands in his pockets, expression calm. The kind of calm that doesn't come from confidence. It comes from being numb enough to joke at your own funeral. A boy in front of him kept bouncing his knee. The kid turned around, eyes wide. "Hey, you're Ren, right? The orphan from Lower 9? Ren blinked slowly. "Depends," he said. "Are you here to adopt me or rob me?" The kid laughed nervously, like he wasn't sure that was a joke. "I'm just nervous. If I get F class, my dad's gonna disown me." Ren looked past him at the polished tower, the clean uniforms, the disinfected air. "If you get F class," Ren said, "you'll be lucky if he stops at disowning." The kid stared. Ren added, deadpan, "I've seen parents put their kids on the street for less. One guy disowned his son because he liked pineapple on ramen." The kid opened his mouth. Ren leaned in slightly. And the kid lived, so it was mercy. The doors slid open with a soft hiss. "Next!" One by one, students entered the scanning chamber, a perfect white platform, glass dome, holographic readouts like a surgeon's dream, the device that decided your worth in society. Inside, someone screamed, then laughed, then cried. "C class!" Applause. "B class!" Cheers. "A class!" Gasps like someone just won the lottery without buying a ticket. Ren watched it all like a man watching executions, not because he didn't care, because he already understood the punchline. In Tokyo, 2055, the ranking wasn't a test, it was a receipt, and the poor didn't get refunds. "Ren Suzuki." His name echoed. Whispers rippled instantly. "That's the white hair kid. The underground fighter." Lower district trash. Probably F. Ren walked into the chamber like he was stepping onto a train. Bored. The glass dome sealed shut. Blue light scanned down his body, head to toe. The air tingled faintly, like static before a storm. Numbers began streaming across the panels. Energy density, neural resonance, dimensional compatibility, aura conductivity. The readings started normal, then stuttered. One panel flickered. A technician frowned. Then two panels flickered. Then every panel started spitting numbers like it was choking. The chamber's hum deepened, low and angry. Ren stared at the scrolling data like it was someone else's problem. "If this thing explodes," he said, "do I still have to pay tuition?" Nobody laughed. The lights shifted from blue to violet, then red, then static. The screen flashed white so bright it made everyone flinch. The hall went dead silent. The central display reappeared. Error. Ren blinked. "That's not a number." Technicians stood up fast. "Recalibrate! Reset the dome! Run the scan again!" The head instructor's smile tightened. Government-trained, practiced, artificial. "We apologize for the inconvenience." Ren raised a hand. "Can I get ranked as inconvenience?" The instructor ignored him. The scan restarted. This time the chamber vibrated. The air inside got heavy. Ren felt his ears pop. The panels lit up with wild data. His necklace, his family crest, the cracked red eye, pulsed once. Ren frowned. He didn't like when things on his body did stuff without permission. The numbers surged higher. then dropped, then surged again. The glass dome trembled, hairline cracks crawling through the holographic interface like veins. Ren's smile faded slightly. For the first time, he felt watched. Not by people, by something that didn't blink. Then the system shut off. Blackout. Emergency lights flickered on. The dome hissed. The central display crawled back online. Final output. Status. Unranked. The room didn't just laugh, it erupted. Unranked? That's worse than F! Bro got rejected by the scanner. System said nah. Ren stared at the word like it was personally insulting him. Unranked. No class, no ceiling, no floor. The head instructor cleared his throat. Unranked classification indicates irregular energy readings. You are outside standard measurement parameters. Ren nodded slowly. So, I'm special. The instructor's eyes flicked away. Next student. Ren stepped out of the chamber to the sound of mocking. He didn't react. He'd been called worse. In District 9, unranked was just a fancy way of saying no protections, no excuses. No one will care if you disappear. Ren walked out of the facility and into the evening rain. His reflection in the glass doors looked like a ghost wearing a teenager's body. White hair, dark eyes, a smile that didn't reach them. He tugged his hood up. Cool, he muttered. Officially worthless and confusing. School the next day was worse. Not because of bullies, because of the way everyone looked at him, like he was contagious, like he was a question mark that might bite. Even the teachers didn't talk to him the same. They didn't know whether to pity him or report him. In the cafeteria, a kid with an F-class badge blocked Ren's tray. He was built like a small refrigerator and smelled like protein powder and entitlement. Hey, the kid said loudly. Error code. Ren looked at him. Yes? The kid gestured to Ren's meal. You shouldn't be eating priority protein. That's for ranked students. Ren glanced at the tray. 1 protein bar, 1 weak soup, 1 rice portion that looked like it had been measured with guilt. He looked back up. Okay, Ren said, and smiled. The kid puffed up with satisfaction. Ren reached down, picked up the protein bar, unwrapped it slowly, and took a bite. He chewed while maintaining eye contact. The cafeteria went silent. The kid's face turned red. You think you're funny? Ren swallowed. No, I think you're brave. The kid blinked. Ren leaned in a little, voice calm. It takes a lot of courage to pick a fight with someone the system already decided doesn't matter. The kid swung. Ren didn't step back, he just tilted his head. The punch missed his face by inches. Ren reached out, tapped the kid's shoulder lightly. The kid's momentum carried him forward. He stumbled hard into a table. Food spilled. The cafeteria laughed. The kid whirled around, furious, and lunged again. Ren. He moved this time. Not fast, just correct. He slipped aside, hooked the kid's wrist, and turned it gently. The kid hit the floor like a dropped bag of meat. Ren squatted beside him, quietly. So listen, Ren said, almost polite. If you want to keep swinging at me, that's fine, but I'd like you to do it outside. The kid groaned. Ren nodded. Great. Also, stop calling me error code. The kid hissed. Why? Ren stood. Because it makes it sound like I'm the problem, and I prefer to be the solution. As Ren walked away, the lights above the cafeteria flickered. 1 second, off, on. Like the building blinked. Nobody noticed. Except Ren. He looked up. That's starting to annoy me. That night, District 9 died loud. Sirens, explosions, screams. Holographic warnings lit the sky. Dimensional breach detected. District 9. Of course it was District 9. It was always District 9. Because breaches didn't happen near the elite district towers. The universe had standards. Ren stood on a rooftop staring at the tear in the air. It shimmered like a wound, and from it, something crawled out. Tall, wrong. Limbs too long, joints bending the wrong direction. Skin like burnt leather stretched over bone. Eyes green and wet. A demon-class entity. Ren had seen them before. On news feeds, on government propaganda, on videos titled, "Watch this S-Class erase a demon in 4 seconds." He'd never seen one this close. The demon sniffed the air like it could smell fear. It turned its head toward the street below, toward people. Ren. His fingers tightened. He didn't want to be brave. He didn't want to be heroic. He didn't want to be dead. But he also didn't want to listen to screaming all night. He hopped down from the rooftop. The demon didn't roar. It breathed, and the breath sounded like metal being bent in a furnace. Ren hit the pavement hard enough to see white. The world rang. He rolled just as claws gouged the asphalt where his head had been. Concrete exploded into shards. A car alarm screamed. The demon's body was wrong in ways his brain didn't like to process. Joints too fluid, muscles shifting under skin like something alive beneath something dead. Ren pushed himself up. Blood ran from his shoulder in thick, warm streaks. He flexed his hand, still working. "Great," he muttered. "I prefer my internal organs internal." The demon moved. Not fast, not slow, just inevitable. It swiped. Ren ducked. Too shallow. Claws ripped across his back. Skin tore. Heat exploded across his nerves. Ren gasped. His vision flickered. The demon grabbed him again, this time by the chest, and slammed him into a storefront. Glass shattered around him in a rain of knives. His head cracked against brick. Something warm trickled down his temple. He tried to breathe. His lungs didn't cooperate. The demon leaned close, its face inches from his. Its eyes glowed sickly green. It opened its mouth. Energy swelled. Ren could feel it building like a sun about to collapse. He laughed. It came out wet. "Unranked," he coughed. "Of course I die on the tutorial level." The demon fired. Green light swallowed everything. Darkness. Not sleep. Not unconsciousness. Just black. Ren stood. No pain, no blood, no city. Just endless dark. He looked down. He wasn't injured. He wasn't bleeding. His clothes were clean. His necklace, the red eye crest, hung cold against his chest. "That's not good," he muttered. A sound echoed. Not loud, not quiet, just everywhere. It wasn't a voice. It was the suggestion of one. The dark rippled, and something flickered above him. Not a body, not a shape. More like a throne. Empty, massive, carved from something that wasn't stone and wasn't light. Symbols crawled across it in shifting patterns. Ren's heart beat once. The sound echoed like a gunshot in the void. The suggestion of a voice brushed his mind. Not words, concepts. Hidden, sealed, delayed. Ren frowned. "You're gonna have to be more specific." The darkness pulsed. Images flashed. 7 silhouettes standing in fractured light. A city burning. The sky cracked open again, and something descending. Watching. The throne flickered. The presence leaned closer. The air around Ren tightened. He felt examined, measured, weighed. Not by the government, by something older. His necklace burned against his skin. The red eye flared. For a split second, the throne wasn't empty. Something sat there, and it was looking directly at him. Ren's breath caught. The presence pressed closer. Not hostile, not kind, just aware. The suggestion returned. You were not rejected. You were... Crack! The void shattered like glass. Pain detonated through Ren's body. Reality snapped back. He was still standing. The demon's blast had hit him. The storefront behind him was gone. Brick melted, metal twisted, smoke filled the air. Ren was on his knees in a crater. His shirt burned, skin blistered. His ears rang so loud it felt like silence. He looked down at himself. He should have been dead. He was not dead. The demon tilted its head, confused. Ren coughed blood. He forced himself up. His body screamed. Bones felt cracked. Vision doubled. The demon stepped forward. It reached for him again. Ren staggered sideways. Too slow. The demon's claws punched through his side. Cold, sharp, too deep. Ren choked. Blood poured down his stomach. The demon lifted him again, closer this time, its breath on his face, its claws embedded in his flesh. Ren's fingers weakly gripped its arm. His vision tunneled. This was it. This time it was real. His body couldn't survive another blast. The demon's energy gathered again, green light building in its throat. Ren's necklace burned, harder. The red eye flared violently, and the world glitched. Not like before. This time it stuttered. The demon's arm froze mid-motion. Not time stop. More like buffering. Ren's heart pounded. The void from before flickered behind his eyes. The throne, the presence, watching. His body felt wrong. Not stronger, not faster, just aligned. The demon's blast sputtered. For a fraction of a second, the energy misfired. Ren moved. He didn't think. His body corrected. He twisted inside the demon's guard in a way that should have been impossible with claws inside his ribs. The claws tore free. More blood, more pain, but he was free. He drove his fist into the demon's chest. This time, he felt it. Not bone, not muscle, structure. He hit something deeper, something that held the creature together. It cracked. The demon shrieked. The air around them distorted inward. Ren felt the creature's energy surge. Instead of blasting outward, it collapsed. Into him. Not absorption, not theft. Assimilation of pattern, information, understanding. He saw it, in flashes, how its joints moved, where its core stabilized, where it would strike next. His eyes shimmered silver, just for a heartbeat. The demon swung again. Ren stepped exactly where the claws wouldn't be. He punched the fracture point. Again, again, again. Each strike landed with surgical precision. The demon's body spidered with glowing cracks. Its form destabilized. It roared, and then shattered. Not into flesh, into ash. The wind carried it away. Ren stood alone in the smoking crater. He swayed. Collapsed to one knee. Blood pooled beneath him. He pressed a hand to his side. The wound was deep, but not fatal. It should have been fatal. His breathing slowed. His heartbeat steadied. Too quickly. Ren looked at his hand. The bleeding slowed. Not instantly, but faster than it should. His muscles felt tighter, more aware, like his body had just upgraded without permission. Above him, the ranking billboard flickered. The word Unranked scrambled. For half a second, the letters shifted, almost forming something else. IRR, then snapped back. Unranked. Ren stared up at it through blurred vision. Don't, he whispered. Don't start. Far above the clouds, something pulsed. The presence from the void flickered once more, not fully visible, but aware, watching, and this time, satisfied. Ren forced himself to his feet. He was alive. He should not have been alive. He touched the red-eye necklace. It was warm, almost calm. Okay, he muttered hoarsely. So I hallucinate ancient thrones when I'm dying. That's normal. Sirens approached. Searchlights cut through smoke. Ren stepped into shadow. His reflection in a shattered car window caught his eye. For just a second, his pupils were silver. Not gray, not white. Silver. Then gone. He stared at himself. Yeah, he said quietly. That's new. And somewhere in the sky, the deity flickered.